Okay, so you mean to tell me that Elon and the Don are beefing? Wasn't that the Brodie like a week ago? I mean, from besties to beefing, that's like a crazy story arc, right? Because, like, who would have imagined that two dudes with the egos the size of the sun, but dicks the size of like baby sausage weenies, would go from being best friends to one literally calling the other one a PDF file on Twitter? No way. Not Don, not Elon. You literally can't make this stuff up. Listen, welcome back to another episode of Everybody's Lying. I am your host, Harvey Banks. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, first of all, thank you so much. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be listening to this on your favorite podcasting platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever it's at, go ahead and give this a 5-star review. Let the tech companies know that this is the type of content that you like to consume on a Thursday night when shit's burning. Because sometimes we like to see a good dumpster fire. I know I do. I mean, yeah, if you came here tonight for like a motivation, probably not going to be here tonight. I'm here and I'm with the shits tonight. Couple other episodes, the past like 3, you can get the motivation if you really want that. But you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. Here's why. You should have seen this thing coming between these two gentlemen. I believe I know what's at play here. And I believe that I can explain it to you in a way that you're going to understand and maybe get something out of this too. So let's catch everybody up. Essentially, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are beefing. Yes, I know, shocking, right? But I don't know which side started it. So like, don't get me lying, because I really don't care which side started it, because I think it's kind of funny. But essentially, Donald Trump goes to put out his big, beautiful bill. And in that, they pretty much cut the funding for the EV credits when it comes to the, purchasing an electric vehicle. Elon didn't like that too much. So he came out and basically said, that bill is trash. They should stop that. So like then Donnie didn't like that. So he came out and was like, well, maybe we'll just cut all of those government subsidiaries that he's got and all of those government contracts, and we'll just take those contracts back. And so Elon was like, cool. By the way, they're not releasing the Epstein files because Donald's in the Epstein files. Right. I mean, he came out with the big guns, right? As if we didn't see all the pictures and video prior to that, but whatever. So that leads us to tonight where, if you happen to be on Twitter or X or social media of any kind, it seems like the world's burning down. It's really not. Let me tell you what's going on here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from Donald Trump's perspective, because I do feel like he's probably the real winner in this thing. And I'll explain that. And then I will give you what we can learn from Elon Musk after that. So when analyzing Donald Trump, you have to understand one thing. That man is a marketer, and he may be the best of all time at it, right? No matter what you think about him as a president or as a person, if you think about him purely as a marketing entity, he may be the best to ever do it. I've always looked at him like that. I've never really looked at him like a president. I still have my theory that he never really wanted to be the president. He just wanted to see if they liked him enough. And what better way to take a poll if people like you than to run for president and have them actually vote? But messed around and won, and it ended up being a pretty lucrative job. That's how I think he got to where he's at now. I don't think that Donald Trump is racist. I don't think he likes anybody broke. Like, you can be black, you can be white. The only color that man cares about is green. He does have a massive ego. And when I say that, I don't want to, I know I said it kind of cheek and tongue in the beginning, but I don't want to say that and make it sound like an ego is always a bad thing, because plenty of men that done great things in this world was able to do that and had the confidence to do that solely because of their ego, right? So I'm not saying that as like a bad thing, but his ego can take him to petty places. And like usually that's the downfall of great men, is your ego is what will take you to a place to where you're just willing to burn the whole house down rather than just saying I'm wrong or maybe someone's better at something, right? That's what we're dealing with when we're dealing with Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump uses people. I think he uses causes, all of that, just to literally push his agenda. Once again, I look at this man like a marketer, not a president. So I don't ever really get offended by Donald Trump because it's marketing. And honestly, a lot of that shit is just comedy. So I do understand I'm taking this from a perspective that's probably not the same as most. You know what I mean? But that's kind of the position that I'm in with it. I think a part of him saw cool in Elon, and that is why he embraced him the way he did. He knew that Elon had the tech bros and Donald didn't really have that. Like he kind of did, but he didn't. And I think he looked at Elon and seen some cool points on the table that he could grab. So he latched himself onto that and for that alone. I don't believe he ever valued his relationship with Elon Musk. I think he took advantage of Elon Musk. I think that he used Elon Musk to just kind of continue his agenda of marketing himself. And if you're looking at that from a pure marketing standpoint, it's genius. It is what brands do all the time when they have a product they want to sell and they go and they hire an influencer to do it for them. There's really nothing different when you're looking at it from a marketing standpoint. And again, this man to me is a marketer. Now, if we switch to the Elon Musk side of it, I have been watching a trend with Elon for going on maybe 5 years now. And you gotta be careful. Trying to be cool will ruin everybody. You can't buy cool. And being rich just wasn't enough for Elon. Being the richest man in the world wasn't enough for Elon. He wanted to be cool. So I started to notice that Elon was like hanging out with rappers, namely Kanye West a lot. And I think that Elon got close enough to Kanye to see the influence that Kanye had. Like Elon was super rich, and yes, he's got influence and he's had influence, but I'm going to be honest with y'all, and some of y'all ain't going to get this. Rapper influence is just different. And I think he got around Kanye West and he began to get around these other rappers and this younger generation. And Elon decided it's not enough to be the richest man in the world. I want to be cool. And so he started doing shit to try to be cool. And he used the Kanye thing until Kanye, I think he quickly realized that, hey, yo, Kanye is his own entity and he kind of work on his own wavelength and you can't really control that. And he realized this might not be worth it. Let me separate myself and distance myself from Kanye a little bit, right? So he did that, but he still keeps enough of a reach to just in case Kanye gets to popping again. That's how he treated that relationship. I think that Elon Musk seen Donald Trump as being not as intelligent as he is. And I think that he thought he could manipulate Donald Trump. And I think with like Doge, he actually thought that he was manipulating Donald Trump. And that would make him cool to another group of people that follow Donald Trump blindly, that may not either A, care about Elon or just know the things that he's got going on. This was next level cool. None of the other rich dudes that he's in the category with had access to like a president like that, had access to government stuff the way he did. That gave him some cool points. And so like he latched on to Donald Trump, thinking he was manipulating Donald Trump into using him for the spotlight. But again, that man, Donald Trump, is a master marketer. And I do not believe that he was ever actually under the influence of Elon. I think he just wanted Elon to believe that. I think he was just a little bit better at the game that Elon was trying to play than Elon was. And so he's learning a lesson now. Do I think he's actually going to, cancel any of the government contracts or anything? No, I don't. Do I think that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Probably. Do I think the Epstein files really exist? Bro, I don't even know. And I really don't care at this point. I know that's going to come off crazy, but I'm going to double down. I do not care. I don't really care about that at this point. I don't think anything's going to come of this. I believe they're both marketing. One is trying to be cool. That dangerous shit of trying to be cool. I am telling you every single time, if you are operating out of manipulation, it's never going to work well for you. Now, there is a situation in where this goes bad for both of them. And I don't know how this is going to play ego-wise. And I don't know what Elon's willing to do to beat Donald. And Donald seems like he's cunning enough to be prepared for it. So it could end up going to some dangerous places because once again, like I said, ego has brought down many of great men. So what's the takeaway here? The takeaway is this. None of this shit fucking matters. I don't even think they're really beefing. They may be mad at each other, but this ain't beef. There's gonna be an event soon. There's gonna be bitches around. They'll get together. They'll work this out. And the Brodies is gonna be Brodies again. But while it's burning, pay attention to the bullshit that's burning around it too. Because they might be trying to sneak something in under the smoke.